Special Delivery, written by Michael Kerby. Post Office, Old West Town, day. The sun beats down on a typical old Wild West main street. It's just a few shop fronts, a barber's, a saloon. Interior of a post office, day. A postal clerk drags a trolley from out back out into the post office.
Philip, you're on mute.
Philip, I think you're muted.
One of those days, aren't we? Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Let's start again from Matt's intro.
So sorry.
The sun beats down a typical old Wild West main street. It's just a few shop fronts, a barber's, a saloon. Post office, day. A postal clerk drags a trolley from out back out into the post office.
Oh, sure you're not superstitious? Believe in ghosts, poltergeists?
Jake shakes his head.
Of course not.
Phantasms?
What now?
Well, it's like, well, look, they're all variations on spectral beings.
I ain't believing in no phantasm either.
No, I didn't think so. They're kind of a package deal with the others. You can't really, pick and choose your astral phenomena.
He reaches over to grab a black sheet off the trolley, but pauses.
How about ghouls? Nah, sorry. The only reason I ask is, well, this is an unusual delivery.
He pulls back the black sheet to reveal a coffin. It's huge, and it appears to be padlocked shut.
How many stamps does this thing take?
Oh, well, that's the other thing. The sender, who is unknown to me, will pay on delivery. I know, we wouldn't usually go for that, but, well, they're paying more than double for the privilege.
Jake inspects the padlock and looks at the clerk. The clerk shrugs.
I didn't ask.
Did you ask who's in there?
He knocks on the coffin lid as if it's a door. Tap, tap, tap.
Anyone we know?
Oh, you tell me.
Jake looks over the documents, a passport, various licenses, a crumpled up photo. He stops at the photo. A lean, thin-faced man with large eyes stares out from it. Jake stares at it, slowly shakes his head.
Yep, me neither. Are you all right? You look like you've seen a...
Jake stuffs the photo in his jacket.
I'm all right.
He drapes the sheet back over the coffin and starts to pull the trolley outside.
Okay, you go straight there, yep? They're paying for the express service. Sending bodies through the mail. It's not right. Not right.
The montage of shots. The train rumbles across the country, moving through the day, sunset, night, sunrise. Jake sits in the carriage, the coffin propped up next to him, his arm protectively across it. Jake leans against the coffin, looking through the documents, staring at the photo. Jake lies down on the seat, still reading over the documents, holding them up above his head. Train, sunrise. Jake dozes with the documents scattered about over his face. The train whistle whines and he stirs. The photo lies on Jake's face, the thin man's large eyes staring deep into his soul, causing Jake to sit bolt upright. The papers fall to the floor. The photo lands face up. Jake stares at it as the train chugs to a crawl. The thin man's eyes stare back. Train, morning. The train pulls into the station, clouds of steam, passengers depart. Jake steps onto the platform, the coffin behind him in the train doors, as a steward with a trolley wheels over.
Luggage, sir?
Just one.
He motions to the coffin and takes hold of one end of it.
Oh no, sir, I'm sorry. You'll have to, I don't go in for any,
Ghouls, phantasms, mermaids.
I don't go in for corpses, and they're like, there's procedures for that. And this, I feel a sickness right here in my stomach. I'll say good day to both of you.
Don't you worry yourself. I handled it myself.
He drags the coffin off the train to the platform, where it lands not only with a significant thump and a rattling sound from within, but also barely makes it across the gap. Jake struggles with it as the back of the coffin tilts down, the document sliding about on top of the lid.
God damn it, come on, you son of a bitch.
He drags the coffin up onto the platform, a long, grinding noise that causes other passengers to stop and stare. He starts to lose his grip.
You slippery bastard, come on.
He strains and pulls it up onto the platform. Red-faced, breathing hard, he stands up straight, adjusts his hat, and kicks the side of the coffin.
Thing looking do weigh 100 damn tons.
He looks around at the rubberneckers. They immediately avert their gaze and disperse, and then sets about heaving the coffin up onto a trolley. Main Street day. Jake wheels the trolley along a dirt track. He looks at the photo.
Tell me, you heavy bastard. How'd it go? Natural causes? Bullet to your head? Self-inflicted, or did you just without being a creep?
Those big eyes stare back.
Nah, I'm sorry, that was for me, but I just think you look, well, you look like a creep. A ghoul, if you will. Those cheekbones, they're unearthly.
The trolley bounces on a pothole.
Your documents back this assumption up. Don't tell me they don't. Now, I don't know if they'll ever caught up to you for what you did, but someone sure as hell did. And I'd say you got what you deserved, whatever it was that got you in that box.
He looks at the padlock.
And I'd go as far as to say that they made damn sure you ain't climbing back out of there anytime soon either. I'd be surprised if you didn't have weights tied around your weird thin ankles.
He strains to pull the trolley up a slope.
Sure as hell feels like it. God.
Jake wheels the trolley up onto the wooden decking outside a shop. He looks at the photo. It stares back.
Well, here's your stop, you strange-looking bastard.
He raps sharply on the door, waits, lights a cigarillo, knocks again a bit louder, looks back at that photo, those eyes, those cheekbones, that weird thin face, knocks again, takes a drag, sucks his teeth, stubs out the cigarillo.
The hell I do now? Paying a rob of my ass.
He knocks again, goes over to a window, taps on that, tries to peer in, then sits down on the coffin. He takes off his hat, runs his hands through his hair. He looks down at the photo, stares at those eyes again, holds it up, out in front of himself. He senses something moving out of the corner of his eye, in the distance, behind the photo. Our focus adjusts, and we see a person, a man, walking past, tall, thin. Jake lowers the photo just as the tall, thin man turns to look directly at him, his large eyes staring out above his cheekbones.
Holy fucking shit.
The thin man stops dead in his tracks. Jake leaps to his feet, looks from photo to thin man and back again.
Hey, you! Holy shit. Hey, wait!
The thin man looks left, right, like Bigfoot being spotted.
Hey, stay right there. I need to clarify a few things, maybe a few questions.
The thin man blinks, then legs it.
Oh no, you Don't.
Jake gives chase, but the thin man is unnaturally quick. His long legs allow him to sail ahead with ease, each step of his the equivalent of 5 or 6 of Jake's. They sprint through the town, the thin man easily hopping over carts, barrels, even a few smaller people, as Jake stumbles and shoves them out of the way.
Hey, stop the guy!
The rubberneckers do just as before. They turn and look as the thin man sprints towards a tall building, scrambles up the side of it like an insect before leaping off the roof and sprinting off into the distance, leaving Jake staring, stunned, in his wake. He stands there, catching his breath, barely blinking. He gathers himself, looks around at the townspeople.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Good job.
They disperse. Jake, exhausted, walks slowly back through town, back up to the address, back to the coffin. He looks at it, at the photo lying on the ground next to it. He blinks.
Who the hell is in here then?
He boots it, shakes it. Something rattles around inside. He shakes it again. He kicks helplessly at the padlock. He spots a shovel nearby, grabs it and slams it down hard. It's no use. He shakes the shock of his hands and tries again. Slam, 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 slam. No luck. He breathes.
Tell you what.
He hurls the shovel at the coffin, and it bounces off harmlessly. He throws his hands up.
We're done here.
Later that day, the train rumbles across country. Jake sits at one end of his train compartment, the coffin at the other. He stares at it as the sun rises and sets out the window. Old West, town, day. The sun beats down on the old Wild West Main Street. Post office, day. The postal clerk walks in from out back. He spots the coffin. Jake tips it off the trolley. It slides off with a thump onto the floor.
I don't believe in ghosts, poltergeists, astral fucking. But if you find someone else, you better for this one right. All right?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I beg your pardon, guys. Malfunction here. Yeah, all right. All right, Jake.
Jake turns, boots the coffin one last time, then walks out. The clerk looks down at it, at the padlock. He rummages around at the keys on his loop and clicks one into the lock. He slowly lifts the lid and peers in, as the lean, thin-faced man with large eyes inside stares back at him.
It's not right. Not right.
He closes the lid. The end.